United Souls. I like to be thorough, and so that's why perhaps my videos are the length they are, but I am hoping and that I will develop the art of making things more concise as I go along, because what I do understand is that I am on a journey, I am learning and also growing, and while I grow, of course, it's gonna be much more fun as well. So whether I'm in kindergarten stage, I'm accepting of that, so I'm doing my best in getting these at a watchable length, if you like. I'm talking about the videos. So thank you for joining us. I hope you have your fork. We are going to do part 2 on Christianity. That's one of the big five religions. So what we have been doing, we've been having fun. We've been having lots of fun looking at this big five religion, which we have found out that they are not separate as we think they are. They are actually a hand. So when God says, for instance, I created the world with my hand, I think the big five is a representation of that, actually, that big hand that we are talking about. So or the creative hand, and of course hand equals 9. So this is like the sacrifice template going through the whole 9 miles or 9 yards and so on. Now we have done the numerical values for and showing how Judaism, for instance, has married or resonate, how it resonates with the 14 gods. We've done that with Christianity, we've done that with Hinduism, but there was something that I felt was very important that I had to point out, especially when I saw that with Christianity, in the sense that Christianity has been talking a lot about the 666, and there it is showing in the template, in this, that Christianity actually carries that 666. Now, I don't know how they're going to really look at this. I just hope I don't get crucified. Yeah, so, for instance, what we did, High Priest Aaron is saying, show them. Okay, so what we did, we have overall on the first 5 videos that we did on the big 5, is that we collected all the numerical values of the gods. For instance, we added the numerical value of each god plus the numbers of letters, and we saw that we had okay, so we had 4 of 31 for the numerical value of all of this here. So for instance, we had how did we add it? We may have added like okay, let's see, we had 14, or did we do it in 5s? Maybe we did it in 5s, but it came to 31. So here I believe that it came to 31. So 5 plus 2 is 7, for instance, and we had 7, so that would be 14, and here we had 20 with 8, that would be 22, and 5 here would be 27. But I don't think that's how we did it, but we also, I feel I just really need to give it, really show you. Okay, we have 9 here, so we had 9, so we had 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 2, which was 11, and plus 5. So this is what I feel we had. So we had 7, 14 plus 17. So this is 1, this is 3. So this is what we had. 31, and we found out that 31 is like a cycle, like when Christ said, Father, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Then we added the number of letters that we had, adding like 8 letters, and well, all the letters, and it came to 40. I added them another way in one of the videos in case you see 31, but 31 is still 40. I tried to make that connection or correction as well. So but the essence of the story is that we had 4 plus 4 equals 8, and of course we could say we are in an 8 because Mother Eve is all about 8. 8 is the cycle, it's that template, it's that the birth canal and so on. So okay, so my aim right now is to go over Christianity, do the second part for Christianity to show how of course we had number 5 for Christianity, and we found out that number 5 resonates with 3 of the gods. So we had the moved God, which is 5, the made God, which is 5, and the ended God. Now that made perfect sense because when you read the story, you could see how the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the deep, and God made man in his own image and likeness, and then God ended his works. These would be like the 3 main points that we see really resonates with Christianity in all of those creations. But these are the gods here. Now, what I didn't mention as well, or what I want to really note as well, is that Christianity always speaks about the Trinity, and there we see the Trinity, which reminds me of the Matrix as well with the Trinity, and we see that it would be good to get the numerical value for Trinity, Trinity. I'm sure I've done it sometime, but it's remembering. TRI, so this is 9, 5, 9, a lot of 9s, and 2, 7. So Trinity. Okay, so we can see this here. So talking of 9s, 3 9s, oh, that's 9, 4 9s, 36, and 7, 8, 7. Okay, and 7. Okay, yeah. Now, I'm just remembering about Trinity in the she dies, doesn't she? You know, so this is where man had to die or go through that metamorphosis. Of course, when he dies and go through that metamorphosis, I'm trying to remember. Okay, I was trying to remember the matrix here, but anyway, matrix or no matrix, we have 16 here, which is denoting there is a creation, a people. Adding 1 and 1 together gives us 7. This is where we are at because we are on this new creation. And I am pointing out as well, when Mother Eve, in my other previous videos, Mother Eve has these 7 lettings, and on the 8th letter, this is where she says, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Now, making man in our image after our let us make man. I did the numerical value for that. Let us make man. Okay, man. Man is 1, make is 5, I think. Let's see, that's 5, 10, 11, 12. So this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 1. So this is 8 plus 1, 9. So let us make man. Of course, it's the whole 9 thing as well. This is what Mother Eve was talking about. Okay, let's I want to keep to the point of looking at Christianity again. Christianity ended up on the number 5. Of course, 5 is here. When you are in Christ, you are a new creature. Of course, 5 plus 5, this is the numerical value of 15 here. 1 plus 5 is 6. This is how we have 6 here. And of course, adding 5 plus 6 gives us 11. This is where you could see that 11 shows up here, but also shows up here as 2. And so Christianity have God Christ, Jesus is here. Jesus is here as 2 because the numerical value for Jesus is 11. And of course, Christ is also here. The numerical value for Christ is 5. So we have this here. 2 plus 5 is 7. Now, of course, we see 7 where 7 is on that gypsy journey. But what I really want to point out here we see is that there seem to be, it's almost You know, you embark on something and you think, how am I going to approach this? Okay, well, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to do it. You're going to, I don't know. Leave your notes, leave your comments. Let me know your take on this. So, Christianity, of course, came to the three fives, which is the God of movement. What I didn't really show or explore is that it rests on number 6. Here. So it's number 6. Now, this is the God of movement because, of course, we are talking about Mother Eve here. I think Eve is in 5. So we see is 6 here. Now, 24, of course, reminds me of when Mother Eve says, let us make man in, and no, let there be light, and there was light. So there we have, let there be light, and there was light. That came to 24. That was the first spell Mother Eve cast. Let there be light, and there was light. Okay, so we have number 6 here. Then we have another of the moved God. Let's see, the made God. So we had the moved God. Now we have the made God. Oh, I better write this because this is just too delicious to not note. Not note. Okay, so this is let's get a black pen. Okay, so the made God, M-A-D-E, that's the made God. And the made God is also 5, but the made God also equals 6. This is not by chance, people. Now, the cult God, we are not talking about the cult God, but I'm just going to ensure that the cult God is recognized. Okay. And then we have the other 5 we have is the ended God from the second lot of creation. The ended God. It's like saying, look, I'm going to put this to an end. I could see the ended God saying, all this thing, I'm going to put this to an end. And so we have the ended God also equals 6. 24. Not in any other format as saying like what else would be all directly. I'm just thinking it would be 33. No, it's not 33, people. It's all 24, 24, 24. And now do note, I'm not making this up because here is this beautiful pattern we have, which is 276, and we have 2764. 2764. So we know we are going through another cycle here. We are going through the other cycle. We see adding all this together comes to 40. That tells us that this 40 actually is like the 40 days in the or in the wilderness, or 40 days of praying and fasting. 4 is that foundation, because Christ was building this foundation when he went fasting and praying for 40 days, because he was about to do his own crossing over, if you like. So here, so we have these 3 6s. I mean, did you see that? I don't know if you saw what I saw. So there are other 6s, of course, because we have 9 is also 6. Here we have 2 other 6s, but we are looking at how the gods, the big 5, shows up in this among the 14 gods, and we see that Christianity is actually 666. So are we going to say that Christianity is really the mark of the beast? Do we say that? Are we going to say that Christianity or the sacrifice or Jesus Christ is actually the mark of the beast? This is really something I almost don't want to have my hand to this. I'm putting them up. You know, I'm just saying this is what is working out right now. So I leave it as a question mark. So thank you very much for actually looking at this. But I must say that I don't see the mark of the beast as how people are talking about it. I really feel that this is like the boogeyman under the bed, if you like, but this is the bigger version of the story, or for the adult story, if you like, that you have to really, although your heart is palpitating, but you have to have the courage to look under the bed and see if there really is something to be frightened of. That's what I feel that this 666 is about. But of course, it's again that sacrifice, that piercing, that's going through that Red Sea, whatever it is. So that's how I see it. But in that case, shouldn't we always say, or also say, that the 666 is really a good thing? Oh, it's the number of man, and it could really mean that we are going through these 3 cycles. Remember, Christianity speaks about the Trinity. 666. 666 on the sacrifice template, and 666 on among the gods. Wow. With 555, and Christ as 5, and this is really something. I think this is what you call spiritual soups. I hope you enjoy this. Leave your comments, like and subscribe, and share, and stay ignited. Fully ignited souls. Oh,